She was a trusted nurse in a town where everyone knew her name. Her house showed no signs of a struggle. Her phone, purse, and keys were left behind. At first, police believed a stranger was responsible, but the truth was far closer and far more devastating. Maple Ridge, a small town with fewer than 5,000 residents, had always felt insulated from the chaos of the outside world. People left their doors unlocked. Children rode bikes until sunset. And serious crime was something that happened somewhere else. That illusion shattered on a quiet Tuesday morning. When Rachel Clark, a 34-year-old nurse at Maple Ridge Community Hospital, failed to show up for her shift, concerns spread quickly. Rachel wasn't just punctual, she was dependable to a fault. She rarely took time off and often volunteered for extra hours. So when she didn't answer her phone, co-workers knew something was wrong. By midday, police were called. By nightfall, Maple Ridge was holding its breath. Rachel lived alone in a modest home just 10 minutes from the hospital. When officers arrived to conduct a welfare check, what they found was unsettling, not because anything appeared disturbed, but because everything looked normal. Her car was parked in the driveway. Her purse sat on the kitchen counter. Her phone was charging beside her bed. There were no signs of forced entry, no broken furniture, no indication of a struggle. It was as if Rachel had stepped outside for a moment and never returned. Police initially treated the case as a possible abduction. With no immediate suspects, investigators believed Rachel may have been the victim of a random act of violence. Someone passing through town, someone unknown. Search teams combed the nearby woods and riverbanks. Volunteers joined in, calling Rachel's name through the trees. Roadblocks were set up along nearby highways. But days passed, and there were no leads. As the search continued, Maple Ridge transformed. Yellow ribbons appeared on fences and mailboxes. Candlelight vigils were held in the town square. Rachel's photo, smiling, calm, familiar, filled the local news. Her mother spoke publicly, pleading for anyone with information to come forward. For a town unaccustomed to tragedy, the silence was unbearable. And for investigators, one question refused to go away. How does someone disappear without leaving a single trace? With no signs of a random attacker, detectives shifted their focus inward, toward Rachel's personal life. What they found surprised even those closest to her. Rachel had been involved in a long-term relationship that very few people knew about. Phone records revealed hundreds of calls and messages exchanged late at night. Some were affectionate. Others hinted at emotional strain. More telling were emails found on her laptop. Rachel had been applying for nursing jobs in another state. She had drafted apartment applications. In a private journal entry written just days before her disappearance, she described feeling stuck and ready to start over. This wasn't a woman planning to vanish. This was a woman planning to leave openly and honestly. And someone else knew it. As detectives traced Rachel's phone records, one name stood out: Daniel Brooks. Daniel was a married local business owner. He was active in community events, respected, and well-known in Maple Ridge. To most people, he seemed like an unlikely suspect. But phone logs showed near-daily communication between Daniel and Rachel. When police questioned him, Daniel downplayed their relationship, calling it just a friendship. But inconsistencies began to surface. His timeline shifted. Details changed. Then investigators uncovered surveillance footage from a gas station 2 towns away. Daniel's truck passed by at 2:17 a.m., just hours before Rachel was reported missing. As scrutiny increased, Daniel's calm exterior began to fracture. During a follow-up interview, detectives noticed contradictions between his statements and the evidence. When asked about his whereabouts the night Rachel disappeared, his answers were vague. Defensive. Police obtained a search warrant. On Daniel's property, investigators found a storage shed that had recently been cleaned. Not thoroughly, but deliberately. Forensic testing revealed traces of blood. The DNA matched Rachel Clark. At that moment, the case changed forever. Faced with the evidence, Daniel finally admitted he had seen Rachel the night she disappeared. According to him, Rachel had confronted him. She wanted clarity. She demanded honesty. Either he ended the affair permanently or told his wife the truth. The argument escalated. Daniel claimed what happened next was an accident. But what followed was a choice. Instead of calling for help, Daniel panicked. He feared losing his marriage, his business, and his reputation in the town that admired him. Rachel's body was later found buried near an abandoned construction site miles outside Maple Ridge. Daniel Brooks was arrested and charged. He was later convicted of second-degree murder. In court, Rachel's mother described her daughter as a woman who dedicated her life to caring for others and trusted the wrong person. Maple Ridge would never be the same. The hospital installed a small plaque in Rachel's memory. Her co-workers still speak her name softly, and the town learned a lesson it would never forget. Rachel Clark didn't disappear because of a stranger. She vanished because of a secret hidden in plain sight. In the quietest towns, the most dangerous truths are often the closest. And sometimes, the person everyone trusts is the one with the most to lose. What do you think? Was this tragedy preventable? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more real crime stories like this one, subscribe to Crime Story Vault.